So you want to come to Jamaica, huh? Okay.
My favorite holiday. It means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those of you who are new, and for those of you who are not new, you already know what it is. It's Vlogmas day 15. Today is a little more chill, sit down type of video. This video is long overdue. I do know that a lot of you found my channel when I was doing more travel style vlogs, more specifically these videos. And I'll also link the playlist for that. So I know that a lot of you found my channel from that, and I've sort of ignored you guys. I am so sorry. You know, no excuses. So today I'm here to give you a Jamaica update. This is coming from a local living here. Yes, I am 100% Jamaican. I know a few of you had DM'd me and was asking, am I still on the island, or how was my trip? But I actually do live here. I was actually stuck in the US, and then they opened the borders just in time, and when I returned home and after quarantine is when I made those videos. For those who are here for that kind of content and travel related content, this video is for you. So do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of these type of videos. Like this video, guys. It really helps a lot with pushing my videos out there to more others like you. So to just get straight into it, I actually wrote 5 or 6 questions down that I think are the most popular, that one I got either in my DM or I've just seen people asking around on the internet. Also guys, remember that the content of this video is coming from a local herself, living here. So it is not things that are set in stone. These things can change. I will link websites down below where you can get accurate and more current information if you're watching this like probably weeks later or months later. So the first question is, what is the current process to enter the island? So based on where you're coming from or traveling from, you are required to present a negative PCR or antigen result prior to boarding the flight. That would give you the opportunity for an approved authorization, because you need a travel authorization to enter the island, as we're currently operating under the controlled entry program. If you're wondering if your country is considered high risk, then I will leave all the names of the countries on the screen right now. But yes, the US, Brazil, Panama, DR, and I believe Mexico. Which brings me to my second question: is the COVID test mandatory? In short, yes. It may not be mandatory for you to be tested at the airport. I actually know someone who traveled recently and they're no longer doing testing at the airport, which is why you need to upload a negative result in order to get approved to travel. So my third question, which is actually from my previous video that I got asked the most, is, am I required to quarantine for 14 days? The answer is yes and also no, and here's why. You have 4 categories of persons who would generally enter the island, especially during the Christmas time. You have returning residents, non-residents for tourism, non-residents visiting for business purposes and staying less than 14 days, and non-residents visiting for other purposes, which includes tourists who are not staying at a resilient corridor. So based on these 4 categories, you would decide what would be your true purpose for visiting the island, and based on the category that you fall under, you have different quarantine requirements. For returning residents, if you are considered low risk, meaning you have tested negative, you are required to quarantine at home for 14 days or at the location that you provided on the travel authorization form, and you are able to leave the house only once per day for emergencies like medical supply, food, stuff like that. If you're considered high risk, meaning you tested positive, you are isolated and still placed in quarantine for 14 days. For non-residents returning for tourism and staying at an approved resilient corridor, you are simply confined to your hotel room and you are able to continue your stay following the guidelines of that resilient corridor. For non-residents returning for business purposes and staying less than 14 days, this also includes persons who are coming for personal interests like weddings, funerals, stuff like that. Your stay intended is considered for business travel, and until you have have provided a negative result, then you would be able to navigate and do business under the title of stayed at intended address for business travelers. Also, just quick interruption, all of this information that I'm giving can be found on the Visit Jamaica website. There are forms for each of these categories, there are full breakdowns, details, and all of this information can also be confirmed on the website of the Ministry of Health and Wellness. So I am giving you current information as at today's date that this is being published, and you're able to go and fact check everything. As they say, take everything with a grain of salt. So I'm just letting you guys know that this that I'm presenting to you, I'm just doing it in video form because I know that lots of people don't really like to sit and read. So okay, let's get back to it. The last category, which would be non-residents, including tourists who are not staying at a resilient corridor, you're required to quarantine at home for 14 days. As I said, all of this information, I will leave the links down below so you can fact check, you can go over and just, do your proofreading of what I'm saying. I'm just, don't shoot the messenger. With all of these categories, there are specific forms that fall under different categories, and based on your category and your level of risk, then you would be instructed on what your quarantine time is. So I hope that helps a lot of you, because I know that was a big question for a lot of you. So that's it basically for the pre-arrival type of questions. When you get here, however, though they're not doing the testing at the airport anymore, you still have to activate the JamCovid app before leaving the airport. So now that you've made it through the airport, you have your negative results and you have done your quarantine. Now you're in the island. How can you enjoy your Jamaican vacation? Well, there are quite a few things that you can still do or still have access to. I have a playlist that will showcase things to do in Jamaica during COVID on the safer side, but they're still fun and enjoyable. I will link the playlist so in the description box. And with going out, I must say, and I must commend Jamaican businesses for taking it really seriously. I haven't been somewhere and was not sanitized and my temperature was not checked. Granted, that's not the be all and end all, but it is a step in the right direction, so that's things to consider. But a few things that you can do, just to name a few: you can do a room tour, you can do dinner dates, there are lounges, hookah lounges if you like that sort of thing. A few of the restaurants now have like outdoor kind of vibe, so there's things that you can choose from. Also, playlist listed below. My next question: are there any restrictions for going out during COVID? Yes, there's currently curfew in place. Our curfew hours are from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. each day, excluding holidays, and on holidays it's 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. So do with that what you will. So we're still under monitoring in terms of trying to minimize the cases, the active cases, and the spread. And my last question, which is just a general question: is it still worth coming to Jamaica at a time like this? I would say, based on all of the answers and the information that I've given you in this video, you can decide if it's still worth coming here and what you would do. Let me know what your thoughts are on traveling right now in the comments down below. I definitely think that whether you choose to travel or not, it is solely up to your discretion. We all process things in different ways, and we have been in this for quite a few months, so you can just enjoy your Christmas. That's basically my answer to that question. It's not a yes, it's not a no. It's based on what you think is worth it and what you would like to do for this holiday season. Okay, so that is it for this video. I really hope it answered all your questions, and if you do have any more questions, you can feel free to leave them down below. I have no problem responding as long as I have the accurate information. I will respond. Stay safe and stay messed up. So you want to come to Jamaica, huh? Okay. Oh my god, I'm so corny. Anyways, bye sweethearts.